School's back for the summer. That's not lyrics. That's not right. It's I don't care. I'm half asleep. Thick, hot afternoon light invades the corridor, making the air feel heavy and lazy. My body feels weighed down by it as I drag it 2 doors down the hallway to the art classroom. Maybe this is part of the reason why I didn't join any clubs before. Afternoons just aren't suited for activity. Girl! Teach me how to do my hair like that! Oh, look at RIN's in the background. That guy has a bandage on his ear, like Van Gogh. That girl's just like, whatever, I'm gonna sit with my legs open with my skirt, whatevs. On the door of the art room and open it. A girl who is possibly doing something important with the scroll of paper she's carrying turns to reckon me and smiles in a sweet, if but confused manner. Oh, she cute. Oh, she hella cute. Why can't we just go after her? That's my main choice. Look at how cute she is. Girls with gray hair.
Hello?
This is the art club, right?
Yep. You interested in joining?
Yeah, in fact, I might already have done so, but, we'll see. I give her a weak smile and her own widens a notch, making me feel less nervous.
Oh, great. Have a seat then. We'll start when the teacher gets here.
Without even scanning the room for a good spot, I walk quickly to the back of the room and settle myself on a free seat, apart from everyone else. A few other members are lounging in their seats, waiting for a teacher. RIN sits alone in a window seat, looking outside. She's the only person here that I know, although a guy I've never really gotten along with from my own class is here too. Nobody else comes to greet me. Maybe introductions are left for later? So I just kind of settle down for silent observations as well. The boy has sunglasses on, an odd sight indoors were we not Yamaku. I'll bet he's the blind student RIN was talking about, that she's got the hots for. The wait seems to be extremely short. Ha! Namaya walks over to stand behind his desk in 3 long strides, then gives a smile and a flamboyant greeting. Good afternoon, everyone! First things first, Sasayo there is a new member, so everyone get along with him. Ha! He winks at me unsuddenly. Wink. Awkward wink. All 8 members of the club, including myself, answer his greeting with considerably less enthusiasm. Still, people finally straighten up in their seats and begin to pay attention. I think some of you still have projects to work on, so please continue with those if you'd like. As for the rest, I was thinking that today we could get some rough studies. How does that sound? Nobody answers except with some unintelligible murmurs, which Namaya apparently interprets as unanimous approval. Alright then, everyone not working on other projects, choose a partner and draw a sketch of one another. You should be able to complete this today, but if not, we can continue it next time or even do it again if you find it interesting. Remember, pay attention to light and shadow and give it your best. Pairing up. I feel pretty awkward about it, hardly knowing anyone here. I wish someone would ask me to be their partner. People stand up and move their chairs closer together, but nobody comes to me. Pretty soon everyone's paired off. Friends team up with each other, but I'm left alone. Well, there is RIN. I like how she's like a last resort. She's sitting in the furthest corner of the classroom, still staring out the window and seeming uninterested in taking part of the exercise. Since she's the only one without a partner, I walk to her seat. I can't see her face because her hair's covering most of it, but she's looking away from me. RIN? I call out to her. No response. Hey, wanna partner up? You're the only one I know here. She seems to finally acknowledge my presence, head turning like a robot as she looks to see who is addressing her. RIN doesn't answer, and I don't want to repeat the question either. I'm sure she heard it the first time. Why doesn't she say anything? It can't be such an awful fate to be paired up with me, can't it? She doesn't look at my face, instead stares directly at my chest and stomach. Oh, okay. Why not? Oh, okay, good, great. I'll get the stuff for us. Looking at the equipment Nomaya has prepared for today's meeting confuses me. Instead of graphite or pencils, we are apparently supposed to do ink sketches. I've never done anything like that before. The teacher, however, seems confident in my abilities to adapt to this medium.
Simple! First, you do the outlines in ink and you let them dry, then you shade them with diluted ink. This is called India ink. It works like watercolors. If you don't go through with this, use a pen instead of a brush for the outlines.
Oh, okay. I picked up paper, water cups, one pen for me, one brush for Rin, and ink for both of us, then returned to Rin. Rin, my baby. Hey, Rin. Hey, Rin-BAE. Grabbing a vacated chair from nearby, I seat myself directly opposite of her. Do you want me to do it with my foot or my mouth? Hey-oh! Oh, whoa! She tilts her head, her brows forming questioning arches, as she doesn't understand that I didn't understand the question. I don't mind drawing either way. You'll look better if I do it with my foot, though. Oh, with your foot then, if it's all the same to you. Now I didn't answer. Rin gets up from her seat and kicks off her sandals. In two fluid motions, she picks up the paper sheet and drops on the floor, then snatches the brush between her toes before sitting on the floor in a weird half-cross-legged position. Although I've totally seen her do everything with her feet already, from eating to painting, this display of dexterity is so prodigious that I stare at her stunned. Rin contemplates her blank paper intently. The sharp tip of her brush hovers over the paper in anticipation. When she raises her head to see if I'm ready, I quickly turn my face away. I'll go first. Make a pose. Oh, what kind of pose? It doesn't matter. That's the point. You have to make the sketch of the impression you get, not decide beforehand. I end up just sitting in my chair, my hands hanging limply between my knees. I look at her and she looks at me for a moment before beginning. And stare is piercing, but impassive, as if she were trying to absorb a part of me into her own self. I feel like I'm physically shrinking under the pressure of her gaze. I get the feeling for the first time since we met, Rin's actually looking at me, instead of my general direction. She sketches with confident, bold sweeps of the delicate brush, not caring about the potentially destructive consequences of an accidentally misplaced stroke. After she's happy with the outline, she stands up to pose for me, stretching her back and legs. This time, she doesn't look at me. Instead, Rin lets her gaze wander around the room. I'm relieved. It's easier to stare at someone when they aren't staring back at you. Even so, I find it hard to get the sketch going. I'm not especially artistically talented, so I'm kind of scared my portrait will turn into something disfigured. Especially when compared to my partner's skills. She's so... Senpai noticed me. I don't want to embarrass myself too badly on the first try. It's not really helping the process either. She doesn't stand still for even 10 seconds, tilting her head from side to side to judge her drawing, biting at her lower lip, looking unsatisfied, and constantly shuffling around like she was on hot coals. I finally managed to make some headway on my sketch, and with my outlines done, we both start inking in the shadow and light. Nomaya passes by and remarks on the beginnings of our sketches.
Ha! Ha ha ha! Ha! Very good. Standing figure is easier for a beginner to get to grasp of.
Now he's just Sean Connery. What is life? What is life? What is life? What is life, Bailey? Dog, what is life? My dog shall tell us what the meaning of life is. Go, Bailey, tell us. That's correct. Indeed. I concur. Oh, I didn't choose the pose. I look at him and then at Rin in confusion, but he's already moving on to the next pair, and Rin seems unresponsive. Just like when she was painting the mural, Rin has become so engrossed in her work that it seems she has shut me, the classroom, and the entire world itself out from her own little sphere of existence. Every now and then she leans backwards, seemingly to get some perspective. Sometimes she bends forward, leaning down until her nose almost touches the paper. This rocking back and forth looks pretty darn silly. But suddenly, Rin proves she hasn't completely drifted off into a world of her own, and she speaks. Are you having fun yet? She doesn't raise her eyes from the drawing, which is a good thing. The breaking of the silence sends a jolt of surprise through me, as if I've been electrocuted. Or, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I can't hear how she replies to my answer, because it seems she's suddenly having a private, whispered conversation with her sketch. I don't really understand how she can draw so well when she has the attention span of a butterfly. As it seems she's lost her interest, I go back to work on my drawing as well. I try to add texture to Rin's hair, to somehow grasp the way the golden afternoon sun lights her bright red tassel, aflame, and transfer it to my paper in shades of black and gray. Somehow, this pen and the bottle of ink seem like such lousy, inadequate tools for the task. That was kind of a compliment. Hey, baby, I like how your hair shines in the light. Hey, baby. Minutes pass, but the sketch doesn't magically look any more like Rin than it did before. Her voice wakes me up from my despair. What about now? What? Excuse me? Are you having fun yet? Why do you keep asking that? Because it's a club, right? Clubs are meant to be fun. You join to have fun. Are you having fun? Is it important that I'm having fun? Yes. Okay. I'm having fun. Good. Wonder if I said that just to please her. Or maybe I really meant it. I can't decide which it was. I don't hate this, though. I can't honestly say that much. It's good for now. As the allotted time to finish the studies quickly ticks away, I desperately try to improve my awful sketch, but it doesn't seem to get any better. I want to start again from scratch, but what would be the point? There's no time for that either. Okay, everyone, that's it for today. Please turn the drawings on my desk, and I'll see you next Monday. Hey, that's hot. That's hot. It's my portrait. It doesn't exactly look like Rin. I guess you could say it portrays her, but it might be a bit generous. I think it looks good. The nose and jaw look hideous, and the shading's terrible. Granted, it's my first attempt at drawing with ink, but it's still pretty bad. That's not bad. She sneaked up behind me when I was lost in thought. Oh, damn it. I was hoping I could smuggle the portrait to the teacher without you seeing. Why? I'm not really happy with it. I wish I could draw better. You just need practice. Could you take my drawing to the teacher too? Curious myself about how the sketch turned out, I peek at the picture. From the way Rin was drawing, it looked like she was really into it. It's excellent. Somehow the seemingly arbitrary strokes come together to form an image of my face. From the shape of my chin to the messy hair to the somewhat gloomy expression. Her sketch blows my mind. You're amazing. I wish I was as good as you. I'm scared of where your amazing will go. We'll do it. Well, wow, you're amazing. It's not that amazing, but thanks. I take a closer look at her work. It's still glistening with slowly drying ink. The zoom in. I kind of look grim here. You do look kind of grim. I mean, I agree, but it's also true otherwise, too. Like this you, not the you I made. Oh, I do? I think so. Her simple statement makes me suddenly feel incredibly self-conscious. I feel like I need a mirror right now to confirm or debunk Rin. It's not a good feeling. Maybe it's just her. I hope it's just her. That I don't look like that sketch to everyone. He doesn't look that gloomy. He looks like he's smiling. Hisayo, what's your itch? What's the itch? It's a good sketch, but somehow I feel a really oppressive feeling from it. I see. Anyway, it looks really good. You really are amazing. Thanks. I'm glad I could draw you. You're an interesting person. You're an interesting person too, but that didn't help me much. My self-depreciation has no limits today, but Rin ignores it all. I knew that I could never compare, but to see the difference in my own eyes is quite humbling. See, I try to make you look like you think a lot, since you did a lot of thinking. And yeah, I might have overdone the fed up with life expression, but cynics are like that, right? I want to retort something snappy, but Nomaya gives me no time to think, ushering us to the door.
Hurry up, you two.
While we've been chatting, the rest of the club has taken their leave. I quickly pick up our drawings and take them to the teacher's desk before hurrying after Rin, who has already left the classroom. She's not in the hallway, to my surprise. I wonder where she managed to run off to in just a few seconds. It would have been nice to talk more. Well, not that I had much to say, except maybe getting back at her for calling me a cynic. It's surprisingly late. I already got used to school ending at the same time every day, so I can feel the extra hours in my head and my gut. My growling stomach reminds me, I am fucking hungry. So hungry that I dare to try anything the cafeteria staff had deemed edible. Even while I see today's delicacy, fried mysterious lumps, my steely resolve doesn't fade. I stuff the dinner down without tasting it at all, which is probably for the best. I don't have much homework, but what little I do have won't get done by itself, so I stroll towards the dormitories. Preparing for the post-homework lull, I knock at Kenji's door. He responds from the other side, although I can't make out what he said. I try the door, but it's locked. After several seconds, the locks click open, and he opens the door. Can I borrow a book? Library's already closed after I got away from club meeting. He's squinting even more than usual, and his eyebrows are twitching nervously.
Club? Well, that's dangerous, man. Indoctrination, groupthink, brainwashing, you name it. High school clubs sow the seeds for conspiracy. Do you know how many secret societies have grown from high school clubs? Watch your back. Don't get in too deep, man. You might not come back.
Okay, Kenji. Well, how about that book?
Yeah, sure. But return them and don't spoil any of my books. No drinks, no food stains, no bodily fluids, capiche?
Okay. Thanks. Instead of letting me in, he retreats from the door, closing it again. After a few seconds, he returns with a stack of 3 thick books and hands them over to me. Opening the topmost one, a familiar emblem stamped on the copyrights page greets me. These are books? These are from the school library.
They're mine now.
You stole these?
What are you talking about, man? I've been liberating these from the oppressive feminist movement that controls the library.
Please say oppressive feminist movement doesn't mean that poor librarian girl Yuko. She couldn't even oppress a wet towel. Kenji turns away, mumbling something I can't make out, and closes the door behind him. Before going to my room, I enter the bathroom. While washing my hands, my eyes catch a reflection from the mirror. I try to look at the grimness Rim saw in me, but it's just the usual me inside the mirror that stares back. I attempt to tell myself that this is what I've always looked like, but I realize I don't remember what I looked like half a year ago. That's what's up.